Moving on to the team that we just mentioned, the Boston Celtics. I want you to go ahead and take the reins. First on this one, what is the free agency grade that you gave them?
Well, they brought back my boy Queta, so I give him an A plus.
Just for
I love me.
Queta.
I love me some Nemi. Luke Cornett was a piece for you guys.
Yep.
Obviously, Jason Tatum got the money he deserved. I know people in the NFL are crying right now looking at his contract. It's $67 million a year, whatever it was.
Right.
And Derek White signs his extension, which I think is awesome for Derek White because he is. I think he's a super underrated piece for the Celtics, man. I know they
Yeah.
got so much over there, but if you take him off, and of course, I saw him torch us in person, so just an amazing player. And it's important when you're building a team with big pieces to have players that identify their roles, step into their roles, and excel at their roles, and don't want anything else. And that's Derek White in a nutshell. So extending him, bringing back Tatum. This team just won the finals. We've talked about a team that can repeat next year, at least
Right.
getting to the finals. So I don't know how you can give their offseason anything other than an A because they're the odds-on favorite to win the finals next year, and they didn't get any worse. So
Yeah. I'm right there with you. Just because, again, just full disclosure, how I ended up putting everything together is I graded each one of the contracts and the signings individually, and then I kind of averaged them out and then factored a couple things in there. So I gave him an A minus. Luke Cornett and Queta, I think Queta is going to carve out a little bit of a larger role this coming season. Potentially, we're not sure. Al's probably coming back. There hasn't been an official announcement yet of him coming back or not. But if he is going to step away, I think Queta is going to go ahead and he's going to carve himself out a little bit of a larger role, especially him signing a 2-year contract. I think that's the outlook on Queta is maybe getting some more minutes and more playing time instead of it just being garbage minutes at the end of a game or blowing someone out. I think he's actually going to play valuable minutes in the coming season. Tatum obviously deserves that contract that he got. It's what was going to be expected. It was what was going to happen. Now, signing Derek White was something I was concerned about, and I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to give him that extension, and we were. So I'm very, very happy about it. He deserves it 100%. 15.2 points per game, 4.2 rebounds, 5.2 assists, 1 steal, 1.2 blocks per game in 73 games with the Celtics. 8th in voting for Defensive Player of the Year and all defensive second team. So the dude deserves it 100%. One of the biggest key pieces, him and Drew Holiday are almost just as important as the Tatum Brown combo. Those two on the backcourt, right there with those guys. So I gave them an A minus.
What do you think about the Celtics signing Xavier Tillman? It just happened, by the way.
I don't really, and I know that Tillman played a lot of valuable minutes and played a lot of valuable minutes. It's funny that we're talking about this and that happened because I knew we were going to jump around somewhere, but it's funny we don't have to jump around. Tillman played valuable minutes in the finals when KP wasn't playing because of his freak accident foot injury that doesn't happen to literally anybody. I'm not sure the role that Xavier Tillman actually plays on this team. I'm not the biggest Tillman guy. I really like Luke Cornett. I really like Queta when he's actually playing. Tillman's kind of touch and go for me in terms of how I actually feel about him. So what's the full details on the contract? It says 2-year deal.
Yeah, 2-year deal. And it just says he averaged 5 points and 3.9 rebounds. Woj, he doesn't like to get into the details. He just likes to report the big stuff. So when you hear about the massive $400 million contract, when in reality it's all incentive laden and stuff, that's where Woj likes to live. So
yeah, like I said, he played valuable minutes for us in the final, so it makes a lot of sense. But I'm not the biggest Tillman guy. I think that the signings of Cornett and Queta were enough that we didn't have to bring back a Tillman. And I know he has some positional versatility, being able to play the 4 or the 5. I just prefer those two guys over Tillman, but I don't have an issue with it. The grade is going to stay exactly where it's at an A minus. It doesn't sway me one way or the other.